Hello, this is Greg Holcomb with VRMA, and I'm here with Robert St. Genis with the Los Angeles Short-Term Rental Alliance, also known as LOSTRA. And we're going to be discussing engaging members in a short-term alliance. So Robert, how do you go about doing that? How do you engage your membership in LOSTRA?
Well, our members represent all stakeholders in short-term rentals. So we have members who are, for example, property owners and might own many properties or a couple properties. We have people who share their home. We have people who rent their entire place part of the year. We have people that rent their entire place, or an entire place all of the year. We also have 2 insurance agents that are in our membership. Casper Mattress is in our membership.
Oh, sure.
And we're starting to get more businesses, affiliated businesses in our membership. I would like to roll out a program, for example, to really engage more and more realtors. That would be one of many, because there are benefits on multiple ends with that. As far as what I do try to do, starting with my own board, is make sure that no one interest dominates all of the conversation, and that is a constant conversation.
Sure.
Is, hey, that's great that that's what you think, but we need to look at the 100+ members and the 800+ people that follow us, that are expecting us, and ultimately the thousands of listings in Los Angeles County, and come up with the right balance that represents the best interests of our organization. One of the things we're doing right now with our new software is we are starting to do polls of our membership to say, hey, what is important to you? What is it that you need us to do? You know, if the city of Los Angeles, for example, sticks at this 180 days, what will happen to you? Will you go out of business? Will you just not do it at all?
Sure.
Will you sell your property? What will you, that's important for us to know.
And there are other organizations you work with outside of, I know you've mentioned different companies that you work with or that are members, but different organizations like Chambers of Commerce or the Realtors, any type of organizations like that? And
Yes.
How do you?
Yes,
how do you work with them?
we just met with the South Bay Board of Realtors last week, as a matter of fact. I've met with other boards of realtors. We are affiliated with or members of the Los Angeles Area Chamber of Commerce, the Central City Association, the Valley Industry Commerce Association, VICA, BizFed, so a number of organizations that we ride on the coattails, actually, in our partnership with HomeAway but we try to be very active because coalition building is really important. It didn't go anywhere, but for example, I met a guy from the American Cancer Society at one of these and he's like, we're always looking for short-term rentals for people recovering from cancer treatments. And I was like, wow, if we could get, your name behind us.
Yeah.
So you should always be looking for those opportunities. I talked to a guy who works with the homeless, and I'm going to go back to him because he's like, wow, if you're trying to help affordable housing, we're all for it, because we get these guys off the streets trained and ready, and then we can't find anywhere for them to live.
Sure.
Yeah, so, and we've advocated very strongly that TOT revenue be put into the underfunded affordable housing trust funds.
Sure. I guess another question too is, how do you get connected with some of those organizations that you've been working with?
Joining an organization's easy.
Yeah.
that doesn't take much at all.
Pulling out the checkbook.
Right, yes. And in our case, it was making sure that we keep our alliance really strong. And the boards of realtors and some of the others, that also comes from our really strong relationship with our outside government affairs firm. Sorrell Associates, they, for example, organized the meeting for the South Bay. In the case of the Beverly Hills Greater LA, I used to be a member of that organization, so that gave me a one-up to begin with. But and then otherwise, it's again like going to a chamber event and then finding these other potential coalition partners.
Yeah, so networking the events, and making sure that you're visible at the events too.
Exactly.
That's great. This is Robert St. Genis with LOSTRA, and we just covered engaging members and outside organizations in short-term rental alliances.